Now, today's opponent, SKTT0, are no slouch. They've also done really well in past events as well. They have some really good players on their team. Coming in, I believe, third in the in their respective group, and still they've put on a good showcase in the past. So let's see how they turn up for Whimsy&Joy. Specifically, SKT, you want to watch out for their mid laner and their jungler. They tend to get a lot of plays going, especially when Zelian is unlocked from the bot lane. Whimsy&Joy, though, their AD carry and mid lane have been on fire recently. As you can see, a lot of their plays going well. And as well with Zambiru turning up. So far we haven't seen the Vayne top out of Zambiru, and I think it's for good reasons. But yes, so far, especially with their new support, Brimbomb, it seems like Whimsy&Joy have found a new way to mesh together. Tonight, guys, and for the remainder of the best of threes, it's gonna be a fearless draft. This means that in a game, there are 10 champions played. Those 10 champions cannot be played in the next game. And this carries on to the third game as well. So at game 3, we're gonna have 20 champions that are banned, and then the 10 bans of that game. So 30 champs will not be available, which will make for a really interesting entertainment value, as we get to see some picks that maybe we don't see every day out of these teams. Alright, so as I've been talking there, we see the first 2 bans from either side. We see the Shen ban for Zambiru, of course, from SKT. The Zac ban, I'm not too sure about, but we saw IHFW do really well, pull out the Zac quite often. We see the Malphite ban. Interesting bans from SKT. Not too sure what they're cooking with the Malphite, but I guess Zambiru does play Malphite, and it does deny a lot of what the AD carry needs to do. SKT have the first pick option, so if they wanted to, they could have gone the Malphite themselves, but maybe it's a bit too early to go Malphite first pick. And meanwhile, Whimsy&Joy respecting the jungle picks, Jarvan getting banned due to Toyota Starlet being quite adept on this champion. We see Nocturne getting banned, as it is one of the champs that Starlet could pull out, and at the end of the day that ultimate is really, really strong. The last ban here is Amumu, so 3 jungle bans from Whimsy&Joy. I think the Amumu is a bit out there. We've not really seen a lot of Amumu play. It's more the Sejuani and maybe the Dr. Mundo and Ramos that we've seen from Toyota Starlet. In fact, it might just be a Ramos, or am I getting trolled? They like to do this to me, especially last time. The first time I saw the Ramos pick, I was like, ah, damn, they're gonna lose this game for sure. Well, if he picks Bel'Veth, they're gonna lose it for sure. Okay, he picked Bel'Veth first pick. I forgot about the Bel'Veth, but yes, this is one of Toyota Starlet's champions. I have not seen him do too well on it, but yes, forgive me. So far, whenever I've said that, SKT have won the game. And I had to pay a price for it. I'll do that tonight as well. If you win tonight, Toyota Starlet on the Bel'Veth, I'll buy you a Bel'Veth skin. How about that? But yes, on the other side here we see Whimsy&Joy going for the Diana. I'm not sure if that's middle or jungle. We've seen Diana middle from Berserk. It didn't really do all that well. And sometimes in this LAN events, there are champions that tend to come out more often if other teams are playing it and having good success. So I'm gonna think this is Diana jungle as a response to Bel'Veth. Now, in my opinion, Bel'Veth, if abused properly, could totally win this against Diana. Having a lot more DPS early on, she could really shut down Diana and completely remove her from the game. I'm curious if Toyota Starlet has taken his Bel'Veth to this level. Let's see here with the Varus pickup from Whimsy&Joy. A very solid AD carry, quite hard to abuse in lane perhaps. He did get nerfed quite recently, and I'm curious if that will do any difference for tonight. We know that Whimsy&Joy's AD carry, Mr. Small, has been doing really well on his respective role, getting good CS numbers, good positioning in fights as well. So yeah, definitely look out for him. We see the response here from Jibrizi with the Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa as well kind of can be played in a lot of ways. Usually we like to see her paired up with the Nautilus. It is one of Zelian's picks. But do they want to pick their support this early on? Let's see what SKT go for here. They could also pick a strong mid laner to pair with the Bel'Veth. Interesting. Okay, fair enough. Similar to what we would get from a mid lane pick, they go for a strong top lane pick with Aatrox. Aatrox definitely very blindable in the top lane. Curious to see here now. Whimsy&Joy should be responding with a top lane of their own, and it is going to be Cassante potentially here hovered. A lot of things are getting hovered here. I'm curious what they will go. No, don't. Come on, Zambir, you're better than that. Alright, there's the Gnar pickup. We've seen Zambir do really well on Gnar. He's even beaten the likes of Igloss and his Gangplank. So this Gnar is a strong pickup here for Whimsy&Joy. A good engage tool as well, good side laner. I'm pretty sure it does really well into the Aatrox as well. Although that might be a bit of a cope. Maybe I know Aatrox usually does well against the ranged matchups. Especially if you hit those ranged Qs. Let's see her next bans. The Rise is being hovered from Whimsy&Joy, one of Miku's picks. We've seen a lot of teams ban the Akali against Miku. I'm curious if it gets through during this Fearless draft. I've yet to see the Akali from Miku. We also know he's a good Qiyana player, but maybe Qiyana mid isn't doing all that great right now. Alright. So, let's see here. We see the Yone ban as well. It was hovered before. SKT, remember that Apocalypse does play Yone. He does a pretty good job at it as well. We know he likes to play Victor as well. So these are picks I would be expecting out of Whimsy&Joy. Now they already have the Diana. So I'm curious here. Maybe they go for Galio in the mid lane. This could be an option. They need some strong mid lane presence, especially to if they think Bel'Veth will be invading the Diana quite often. Interesting hover here with the Morgana. I have a feeling, and this is just a feeling, that this could be Morgana middle. Alright, we're not too sure here. We've seen a really good Aurora out of Apocalypse as well. Aurora doing really well at the current moment in the game. Does a lot of damage really quickly, especially if you can get a kill early. It's not a prerequisite, of course. She still does a lot of damage even without that kill early. So yeah, Aurora looking really good as a pick here. I'm curious what SKT respond with in the mid lane. Miku has been out of the scene for a while. He might not be 100% sure what to play into the Aurora. Pretty curious if he was still playing around that time, but interesting. We see the Sylas hovered and it is locked in. Sylas Bel'Veth as a combo is very strong to get into early skirmishes. A lot of damage there. Good use of champions. A support here to tie it all together. Something like the Alistar, something like the Rel. Even Nautilus could do really well here. These are all champions Zelian could play. They need to consider it because champions they play now will not be available later. Interesting. We see the Morgana hover and it is locked in. I think SKT fell for a bit of bait here. I genuinely think it was going to be a Morgana in the mid lane. I don't think they were going to pick Morgana support. Seems like Karma is hovered here. Not too sure if Zelian plays the Morgana. If so, I have yet to see it. A lot of mixed magic damage here coming out of SKT, but no real frontline could be a big problem for them. Whimsy&Joy at least have the caveat of the Gnar. So I mean Gnar could start the game. So yeah, this is the two comps. I'm gonna quickly make a poll here to see who won the draft. Alright. So from what we can see here, Whimsy&Joy kind of want to engage from... They have a lot of like sort of pseudo engage tools, right? And I say pseudo because apart from Gnar, you kind of want all the others to be secondary engage tools, right? The Aurora ult, the Varus ult, the Diana ult. Ideally you already have something that can confirm that damage to go through. Now, of course, this is how we have to play it, right? I'm pretty sure Whimsy&Joy are just gonna use the fact that, okay, we understand we are secondary engaged, so let's not all blow it in one go. Let's just start with some one of us connecting the first ability, and then we go in. Ideally as well, they would have the Gnar ult as well available, and they could use that to start the fight with a follow-up from Diana, Aurora, and Varus as well. On the other side here, SKTT0. Sorry about that. Wait. We are waiting a bit here, small toilet break, but we'll get on it. SKTT0. What are we seeing here? Realistically, in terms of team fight, what are we seeing, right? Who goes in first? Is it Morgana? I mean, could be risky, you know, a lot of damage. The thing with SKT's comp, they are relatively squishy, and against a strong, like, Lethality Varus build, they could get poked to half health, either one of them, before the fight starts. And that could be a bit of trouble for sure for SKT. Now, how do they start the fights really fast? Now, they're either going to be poking with Kai'Sa W. I don't know if Kai'Sa's going AP, since they have Bel'Veth. Maybe Kai'Sa AP here. You could get away with it. I mean, Whimsy&Joy are relatively squishy themselves, so you could out-poke them, perhaps, especially later on. So maybe the Kai'Sa AP, and we use long range, and then maybe Sylas Aatrox goes in, Sylas uses the Varus ult or the Diana ult or Aurora or Gnar ult, all possibilities, right? So I guess Sylas needs to be a bit more tankier than, you know, if Mikko falls behind. I imagine he's one of the primary engage tools that SKT have. I highly doubt Morgana is reliable enough. I mean, yes, you could flash the one time, but keep in mind, support Morgana will be very squishy. Aurora alone could potentially one-shot Zillion at the 3 item mark, and I don't think there's much to do about it before the ult comes through. Now, yes, Zhonya's is a thing, but flash doesn't come up that often. So SKT as well, not really with a reliable engage tool. Now, do they have disengage? And I think they do. So they are banking on Whimsy&Joy engaging on them. So we are hopeful here. SKT get ahead early game with the Bel'Veth Sylas engaging and going in into enemy territory, level 3, level 4, level 5, pre-6, and trying to snowball that so they can start objectives early and be tanky enough to wait for Whimsy&Joy to challenge them, and then kind of disengage slowly and kite around and go in and out with Bel'Veth, with Aatrox, Sylas, kind of rotating their spells. Alright guys, the game's about to start. Good luck to SKTT0 and Whimsy&Joy. I'd like to also say good luck to Lutzu Legends and Aversio, who should also be starting their games very soon. We couldn't stream both, but we might get a replay across. We'll see, it depends how it goes. But for this series, we're gonna be watching Whimsy&Joy and SKT. Let's get on with it. Alright, as you can see, loading in here. Champ Farmer from IHFW. Oi, oi, oi. Are you guys ready for some action? I sure am. This should be an interesting series here. Fun fact, Apocalypse used to play with SKT. And now he has ventured onwards to create his own team of doom and destruction, and it's going very well for himself, let's say that. Looking forward to this. Alright guys, the game is here. Give it up for Whimsy&Joy and SKTT0. Woo! I imagine you guys are all clapping right now. If we're at PLAYCON, guys, please clap. Let's show the audience that the League of Legends community is alive. Welcome to the Rift of Summoners. Alright. Don't let me be the only one clapping, okay? classic 5-point start here. Very interesting here. Starlit. Oh, I was expecting a bit more from this play. Belvet likes to do that late invade and go wrap around, sort of take down the Diana. But no, he just dashes in, throws down the ward. Gets it cleared. And now his own Raptors are covered by a ward. We saw Apocalypse here walk up to Starlit's Raptors. And they are aware of it. Miku Killer dropping his own ward as well. Does mean that Whimsy&Joy are aware of their position here. Alright, let's see how it goes. Now I'd be expecting here Mr. Small and Brimba to get ahead early on. I just think Karma, Varus are a bit stronger than Kaisa Morgana. Morgana mostly having the Q ability. If that whiffs, not much else can be done for the exchange. Meanwhile here, yep, I would be expecting Aurora to make a bit of trouble for Miku Killer. The ranged advantage Aurora has is just a bit too strong, especially spiking up to level 2 early on. Gets Miku to half health already. Both junglers kind of on tempo with their clear at the moment. No one's really ahead. Meanwhile in the top lane here, Zambiru gets the push into Taune. As we can see here, the ranged advantage being a bit too much for Taune to handle. The first gank in the mid lane. An interesting choice here, going on to Apocalypse. He does go down for first blood. Miku Killer getting the first blood. IHFW responds with his own pick as he takes down Toyota Starlit. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Very interesting. Hopefully this does get Miku Killer a bit out of the weeds. A first kill in this exchange. He gets the boots and the Dark Seal. Toyota Starlit not too much hindered there. None of his camps do get taken. And in terms of tempo, he's only one camp down to IHFW, who could stay on the map for longer in this position. So yeah, an exchange here in the bot side here. Zelian and Jabrizi doing a lot better than expected currently. But we do see a bit of a gap here in the CS department. 10 CS is no joke, as Mr. Small kind of leading at the moment. Top lane as well, we're starting to see a bit of a disparity here, as Zambiru has a significant CS lead. This is exactly what starts getting teams ahead. Especially teams of a higher caliber. They don't need to win with picks, they can simply CS. We've seen Agony do this, we've seen Aversio do it, and now we're seeing Whimsy&Joy do it. 28 CS in the mid lane as well. A big difference. We just hover over gold here, for example. We see that despite Apocalypse being down, he's 100 gold up in this exchange. Meanwhile in the bot lane, similarly 100 gold for Mr. Small, and Zambiru as well with 100 gold in top lane. This will only continue growing from what we are seeing at the moment. Another gang in the mid lane. Apocalypse falling very low, but taking a huge chunk of health from Miku Killer. HFW respawn. And it seems like Miku Killer got away. And Tauna gets the solo play onto Zambiru. What's going on? SKT have shown up today. They've turned up for sure. Taune especially. He saw the rankings video and he wants a better ranking. He knows he can do better. Meanwhile in the bot lane, we see a slow freeze here. Slow pushing from Mr. Small. This should be denying a lot of CS to Jabrizi unless he gets bailed out from his jungler. I guess one of Morgana's strengths could be this. SKT take the opportunity to defeat the dragon while the enemy bot lane is freezing down there. I think it's a smart play, given their priority here. I'm curious if Toyota Starlet hangs out at the bot lane here to try and secure the wave. SKT bot lane will be a bit overextended at the moment. They could be ganked by HFW. The CS lead continues here, as you can see across the board, especially in the mid and bot lane. Nico Killer, once hailed as one of the best mid laners here in Malta, returns to the scene. It's taken him some time to warm up, but he's getting there. Can see here the Whimsy&Joy bot jungle here kind of wanted to take a dive, but they were uncertain of it. Getting some hype for the Brumba Karma. Should be the easiest game of Whimsy&Joy's life, says Droidikar. Brumba Karma. We'll have to see what Mikko Killer has to say about it. Gold wise, guys, we're now 300 gold ahead for the AD carry. Whimsy&Joy are really enjoying their current gold. We're still 100 ahead in the mid lane. Oh, could potentially have a small fight here. Mikko Killer finds HFW with Starlet. This is the combination we expected to get a bit early aggression, but they've taken a bit too long, and now Brumba is here. Since grabs are soon to spawn, they did not account for the support potentially roaming there. Whimsy&Joy walk away with 2 kills. Taune is here, potentially a bit late in the 1v3 position. He could go down, he falls very low. This might be the end of Taune. He flashes just in time to dodge the Aurora E. Brumba flashes forward as well. He manages to sidestep the Karma Q, but now he's looking at 3 Whimsy&Joy members. Zambiru throws the Q. Apocalypse finishes him off with an extended Q. This is looking like the downfall of SKT. It was looking nice in the early lead, but now we're slowly falling behind, especially with the Belvet pick. You kind of need to play in the opponent's face for it to make sense. Mikko Killer finding a lot of damage onto Apocalypse at the moment. An excellent trade here from Mikko. Void grab secured by Whimsy&Joy. But SKT have the first dragon. I wonder who gets the feats for the first 3 objectives here. The kills are already secured by Whimsy&Joy. So 1 tower or 3 objectives here secures the feats overall. See some downtime here as both junglers want to be clearing their camps. Both top and bot here pushing in. Some core items already completed here. We see Apocalypse finishing his Leandris. An interesting pickup choice. Toyota Starlet potentially sitting on his Blade of the Ruined King soon. He just needs to finish 2 more camps to get it done. We've not seen much from the junglers, a bit of early aggression and that's about it. Trading 1 for 1. As both of them happily farming away. We also see Leandris complete here on IHFW. Diana getting stronger with that Leandris. I'm interested as to why they are stacking so much Leandris damage. I think flat damage should be a bit stronger here. No real resistance is holding them back, but overall grazing will be a lot of damage. Apocalypse in a bit of trouble here. Mikko Killer finds the aggression. The ult still in Apocalypse's hand as Mikko Killer uses his own to get the trade in. Not much happens after that. Instant teleport by Apocalypse back to the mid lane. Down there, forced to ult here. Zambiru spacing excellently. He's about to go Mega Gnar, which does ruin his plans a bit. But that is an ultless 8 rocks in this next exchange. And Dragon is started, well, forget started, it's at half health already. So this looks like easily Whimsy&Joy's favor. And there it is secured. Interesting change of playstyle here from IHFW these days. He's playing a lot more different champions, a lot more calculated than before. We see a big ult exchange here, forcing 2 flashes and an ult, but now Whimsy&Joy caught in a bit of trouble here as Miku Killer is here. He does have the Varus R as well. Jabrizi gets caught in the Varus R and almost gets taken down. Jabrizi lives with a sliver of health. This is looking like a lot of trouble for the SKT bot side. Oh, Jabrizi gets sniped by Mr. Small. And now Brimba is dodging, he's bobbing, he's weaving. Miku Killer drops the ult. It goes ahead, it snares Apocalypse and IHFW just in time for Miku Killer to get away, but not before Mr. Small sniping Zelian for the second kill. An excellent exchange here from Whimsy&Joy. They're continuing to get ahead. And SKTT0 are facing a lot of trouble, but not before Miku Killer gets a quick kill onto Brimba. The Brimba fans will not be happy with that one. Miku Killer taking down their hero. Oi, oi, oi. Miku Killer. You cannot underestimate him. He will eat you up for breakfast, lunch and dinner. Look at Zelian. Holding the mid lane wave for his mid laner. Here he is, Miku is here. Lands the second E. Oh my gosh, a lot of damage coming out, but not before Zelian falls. Apocalypse drops the ult. Here come Whimsy&Joy, seemingly knowing that this will happen. Jabrizi is also here. Apocalypse falls low. IHFW also taking a lot of damage. He goes in. The Diana ult goes out. Jabrizi kiting out. Miku Killer goes in with Diana ult of his own. Starlet is there, but he falls. Oh, so close. IHFW drops, but Apocalypse chasing Jabrizi, and this should be the kill. It's a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Whimsy&Joy. If it was any champion other than Bel'Veth, I'm pretty sure SKT win that. Having a bit of a hard time with the Bel'Veth. Not sure about the Blade of the Ruin King as well. No real health threat at the moment from the side of Whimsy&Joy. SKTT0 are playing it really well. But Whimsy&Joy are just playing it that much better. Seems like we didn't see much out of the top laners. Given their role, you'd come to expect that. But we see some action potentially here happening in the top side as both support and jungler are hanging around town air looking for the dive potentially. Zambiru has the Mega Gnar. And there it is, the stun comes out. Oh no, Zambiru doesn't have R, I did not realize this. HFW falls very low, but so does Town Air. Excellently played by Town Air to get out of that one. Zelian needs to be careful, the damage he's taking is not a joke. He's seriously getting a lot of chunked out before the fights here. I wonder if SKT still have it within them. There's 6k, well, 5k gold on there, which is not too bad. It's starting to look dire though. We're getting there, and especially if Whimsy&Joy are allowed to continue. Apocalypse somehow 6-1 with his Aurora, despite starting the game with a rough start. 2 levels up is no joke. Started a bit too far too ahead. He manages to predict the Varus ult. And Mr. Small is not happy about that. Let's see. We see Herald here getting pinged. This seems to be the next objective of choice. As I assume SKT kind of want it. There's also the Hextech Dragon, which gives cooldown and attack speed. Two stats that everyone on Whimsy&Joy kind of want. Mr. Small gets caught out with the Nar ult, forced to flash. The redemption coming through. Mr. Small is still alive, but shut down now goes through with Miku Killer getting the kill. Apocalypse is on the behind, drops the ult. Jabrizi falls. Zelian forces the ult. And he drops too as IHFW finishes him off. It's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Whimsy&Joy, with Mr. Small losing both summoners. But the end result will be a dragon and a tower secured for Whimsy&Joy. Whimsy&Joy looking like a really strong team to come up against. I'd be scared of them, especially considering what they've done in the past. They put up a fair fight against Agony, and then a long drawn battle against the Versio, come out on top. This team should not be missed. They should be studied and should come as inspiration for anyone here competing locally. Let's see here, Zambiro trying to find the flank as Dragon is just secured. This could be Whimsy&Joy's downfall. The extended play is not necessary. They need to get their recalls in and spend their gold. We can see 2k in mid lane, 1.7 in jungle, and 700, 800 gold respectively for AD carry and top lane. But no, it does seem like Whimsy&Joy continue to play as Herald is the next objective. Apocalypse did recall and he does finish his Bloodletter's curse, helping his team deal out that massive magic damage coming from Diana and Varus as well. This is looking very Whimsy&Joy favored. The Herald secured on top, which will allow them to continue the push, continue the exchange to take it further and finish the game. We see our chat is not patiently waiting. They are expecting us to hop on over to game 2 already. Come on guys, we've seen miracles happen. We've seen Lutsu Legends take it away from Asmos, from a game that seemed quite doomed. But this is the great Whimsy&Joy we're talking about. It's no easy task to go up against, and SKT have a hard time and challenge ahead of themselves. So Taune and Zambiro get caught together here in the side lane. Zambiro's winning the exchange heavily. Taune forced to ult away. We see Toyota Starlet coming around to try and maybe salvage the play, but he chooses not to, in the end going out, allowing Zambiro to continue to push here on the side street. And meanwhile, Apocalypse is legendary, hitting legendary while dropping Zelian here in the top side. Whimsy&Joy pushing it from all angles here, bot lane and top lane. Zambiro starting the pressure here on the tower. Toyota Starlet is here to try and defend. Another ult for Mr. Small. He's not having a good day today with his Varus ults. Toyota Starlet flashes away. Miku Killer gets the teleport from behind. He gets a massive flank here. Finds Zambiro. Zambiro falling low. Jabrizi going in the middle of it, but he falls very low. He's still a support and doesn't find the kill on Zambiro. Taune falls low as well. Whimsy&Joy pushing their lead here as Apocalypse pushes the top side. SKT have no tools to deal with him. Taune needs to go back and stop Apocalypse perhaps in the top side, if he even could. See Zambiro teleporting into the mid lane as well. Apocalypse pushing in the top lane. It's looking cooked for SKT. I hope they still have it within them to play out the game 2 and find the win against Whimsy&Joy. This looks like quite a challenge to come out of at the moment. 10k goal lead and above. That's usually where games go to die. Especially with more organized play like Whimsy&Joy here. They tend to make less mistakes overall. Atakan will be the next objective of choice here. Now, if there's anything Whimsy&Joy like to do, they like to take their time. They're not the kind of team to finish the game in 23 minutes, even if they're ahead. Let's see if that changes today, but so far they've been consistent to this. Atakan falling low. It's 8k health, 6k, 5k. Blink and you'll miss it. It's gonna get taken. And Whimsy&Joy secure it with a smite from IHFW. If we get a monster fight here in the next upcoming minutes, I'm pretty sure the end is near. Otherwise, the next objective here, Baron, should surely secure the game. Oh, Starlet finds a lot of damage onto Brim, but Jabrizi goes in, but he gets ulted by Zambiru on the flank there. Zelian gets engaged on and dropped. Zambiru taking down Jabrizi, and Taune falls soon after, leaving Toyota Style and Miku Killer the last two alive here. Whimsy&Joy's choice here to take the dragon, not pushing their lead into the mid lane. They like to take games nice and slow, wear out their enemies. A lot of words here being used, as we can see. Not too sure what the plan from Whimsy&Joy is, other than let's wait for the Baron. Rift Herald gets dropped in the top side and is quite far away, making me think it's a timer thing. It was just about to run out. Oh, Brimba could get caught in a bit of trouble. Apocalypse on the side, Jabrizi engages him. Miku Killer falls to Mr. Small. Might be SKT giving them the game here. Jabrizi falls for a double kill. There comes the Herald as well. If Whimsy&Joy play this right, they could potentially end the game here. Apocalypse gets caught out. That's a lot of damage he's taking, but he dishes out a lot of damage himself. The top lane turret tier 3 falls. Zambiru gets caught in a Morgana Q. Taune engages with a couple of damage from himself. There's the inhibitor falling. Oh, it looks like Whimsy&Joy want to try and end this game. There's the first Nexus tower falling low. It drops. There's the second tower getting engaged on, but SKT members are spawning in. Miku Killer, Toyota Starlet are here. Whimsy&Joy should be strong enough to finish the Nexus. It's getting targeted. The last health gets dropped, and that's the first game getting secured by Whimsy&Joy. Oi, oi, oi. So here we are. Whimsy&Joy. Oh, did they switch sides? Not too sure. Oh, wait. Yes, they swapped sides, but I haven't changed the embeds. Okay, I understand now. Alright, so I quickly change those, and in the meanwhile the bans are gonna remain the same. Now keep in mind, they cannot use champions that have been played before. So we should be seeing a bit of different picks here at the moment. There we go. Oh, Ramos is getting banned now from Whimsy&Joy. Very interesting. I see the Orianna first pick, something that Living from Agony has been doing quite often when on blue side. Seems like maybe Orianna is the pick to go if you want that safe mid laner. Let's see here. They were indecisive there on the pick, but they did settle on Orianna. Let's see here what they pick from SKT. I imagine a mid laner here against Orianna. What would you even go? We've seen, I believe, Annie getting chosen in one of the games. See Cassante here getting locked in from SKT. The first time we're seeing Zambiru on Cassante. I'm very interested to see how it goes. And we see the Sejuani getting picked up here by Toyota Starlet. Oh, excuse me, it's SKT taking Cassante. My bad, my bad. It's Taune with Cassante. We've seen him play it before. And yeah, I mean, Cassante is a champion that Taune does like to play. He did not do all that well the last time we've seen it picked, but today he's playing it blind against Zambiru. Zambiru can't use Nar anymore. Shen isn't available, Malphite isn't available. Taune is a bit more confident. We see the Trundle pick up into the Sejuani. It's a classic pick. Sejuani having a lot of tank stats. Trundle just takes all of those for himself, becomes a lot stronger. And he's quite a tank melter in his own kit. I wonder what they go for AD carry here. I imagine something like Xayah will be the pick of choice. If they go for the Vayne, it's very interesting. It's Vayne against the Cassante. So Zambiru Vayne comes out now in game 2. We have not seen him play it one time this series, and he does pick it this time. Perhaps to challenge the caster here on the last game, but let's see how it goes for him. Voilà. And we see Lucian getting picked up here by SKT. I'm very interested to know if SKT think this is a Vayne bot lane, but it's definitely a Vayne top. I'm quite confident on that. But the Lucian pickup here from SKT, I believe first time we're seeing Jabrizi play it. Usually he favors more the Jinx pickup, sorry, the Sivir pickup, or maybe Ashe, but today he's going in with the Lucian. We see Whimsy&Joy banning out the Braum. I think it's a fair statement there. Braum can deny a lot of what Vayne wants to do perhaps, and does pair well with the Lucian. Interested to see here what the last remaining bans are. SKT need to think about their bot lane combination here, or their what is it, like top what's left here? It's just support and support, yeah, and AD carry, right? So yeah, we see the Poppy ban. Interesting ban here. SKT could have gone for Poppy themselves, but it's a bit tricky to play Poppy support these days. We see the Nami hover ban here for Nami Lucian. Pretty sure Zelian prefers to play other champions, but Karma's not available. Keep that in mind, since Brimba has played it in the last match. Some things to look out for sure. Seems like Lutzu Legends Anniversary just finished their first game. I am not able to know the score just yet, but maybe I can get a quick confirmation on the side. And meanwhile here we see Bard picked up by Zelian. Zelian's Bard, it's not the first thing that comes to mind. Usually when I'm thinking about Zeli, I'm thinking Rel, I'm thinking Nautilus, I'm thinking the Karma. The Bard kind of in the middle of all those champions, to be honest. He can do poke, he can engage, he can heal as well. A lot of things Bard can do. We also see the Dr. Mundo now getting locked in. And my question is that Mundo top? So it is Vayne AD carry actually. Wow, okay. I was not expecting that. Zambiro bamboozled me here. So Mr. Small is going to be playing the Vayne. Unless it's Mundo Alistar bot lane. I don't know about that one. See, Milio is the last pick here. Milio Vayne could be a very strong matchup, giving Vayne that extra attack range she sometimes lacks. SKT respond here with the Talia. It's the Miku killer Talia, a very good Talia player. He throws out the E, can do a lot to Vayne with her tumble, getting her stunned. It also outranges Orianna in the mid lane. And that's it, guys. This is the comp. Alright. They wanted me to start the game, but they did not notice. Sadly, they are mixed up as a team. Alright, so we should be having game 2 soon. Ready. Alright, so the games will be starting, guys. Let me drop the poll once more. This could be our last game if Whimsy&Joy secure it again. But I would like to see us go to game 3 to start off our quarterfinals here. Keep in mind, the loser of this match does sadly end the journey for PLAYCON 5th edition. As opposed to semi-finals, we will be having a loser bracket, so losing one best of 3 will carry on to the next games. Alright guys, so while we are here, let's quickly talk about the matchups here. So Whimsy&Joy, one big problem I see is they don't really have a good Orianna ball carrier. Mundo could be one. If Mundo gets strong enough, he can kind of run into 5 people and get the Orianna ult off. So I'm interested as to how that will work out. Otherwise, Whimsy&Joy technically have a disengage comp. They can really like sort of kite back and win with poke, while SKT kind of want to go in with the Bard ult, with Sejuani ult. Lucian can engage as well with his own ult. So a lot of things SKT want to do. I think the comps are a bit more fairly balanced, but if we're talking just strictly, you know, wind or water beats fire, you know, like rock, paper, scissors, usually disengage comps tend to do better into engage comps. So once again, SKT are kind of on a timer here. They need to get ahead. They need to be able to get the damage out as quickly as possible later on in the game by getting ahead early on. Otherwise, they won't be able to take down Whimsy&Joy by the time that they get kited away, right? So yeah, let's see how it goes here. Best of luck to both parties. Best of luck to SKT most. Alright, it seems like some people in the chat are not happy with the Milio from Brimba. An interesting thing to say. And we also see the Vayne from Mr. Small. Not really usually what you see getting played, but it will make for an interesting game, I'm sure. Oh. Alright. Oops, I need to zoom out. So we see SKT here playing it a lot more aggressively this time round. They might be able to spot Zambiro here. Oh, but Zambiro spots them. Now how do Whimsy&Joy respond? We see 3 options here. One is to contest them and one is to invade. We see Mr. Small going all the way up into SKT's bot side. And drops the ward, just getting that extra bit of info as to when his lane will be ganked. We've seen this ward being done by Agony in the past as well. It's nice to see that teams are studying one another. That's usually what you're looking for. You start getting into the strategy of things. Start watching their games, seeing their common starting points. We've seen Whimsy&Joy pull out a play like this against Versio, noticing they like to linger around Raptors, so they got a big chunk onto Drakur before the game started, for example. Alright, the games begin here. I wonder if SKT will manage to get ahead early on in this game as well as they did the first time. It was looking great in the earlier parts of the game, but it did get tougher as they went along. The Bard Q sadly not connecting there would have been a big difference in that trade. Taune getting extremely pressured off the wave here. It's looking a bit rough as Zambiru pushes in. Mid lane we get another level 3 gank here onto Apocalypse. It seems like to be the SKT favorite strategy here, and it's working out in general. They got his flash this time. And Orianna without flash is in a lot of trouble. Look at Miku Killer flashing forward here. Gets the first, the blood. Knowing his counterpart, Apocalypse does not have flash. SKT managed to find the early aggression. Just begs to question here, like, if SKT played more often together, would they be a better team than what they are today? When you see they can get a consistent good start in the early game. It's really that mid to late game that needs to be fixed. So started now hanging around the top side. He will get spotted on the ward at the moment. And Starlet does find IHFW on the scuttle and backs off. Zambiru now in a bit of trouble. His ghost comes out. Toyota Starlet lands the CC. There's the stun. There's the damage. Taune gets a kill onto Zambiru. SKT starting off with a great start to this game once again. The CS in the bot lane is not that despair as well as Jibrizi kind of hanging in there this time around. He is facing a Vayne, of course, a lot more abusable than Varus. But still, it's nice to see. It's really the mid lane that we're having some trouble as Apocalypse is up 10 CS. But Miku has that first blood gold. So he is ahead in terms of items. See some pings coming out here at the bot side. First dragon is getting spotted here. SKTT0 kind of wanted, but so do Whimsy&Joy. It's a Hextech dragon after all. Attack speed and cooldown reduction is nice for everyone. I like the patience here from SKT. They're ahead, they don't want to overcommit. Keep the game alive as much as possible. Oh, Taune finds a lot of damage onto Zambiro. Gets the solo play. That's the feats of warfare. Taune securing the 3rd kill of the game. Meanwhile, Miku Killer finds a lot of damage onto IHFW. Zelian gets the Q of the Ignite is there. A flash, a shield, a heal, everything from Brimba to keep his jungler alive. Excellent play by the both supports here as Zelian almost gets the kill and Brimba keeps his jungler alive. But it does mean that SKT walk away with a dragon on top. SKT looking favored at the moment. Can they keep this up, I wonder? An excellent game to review. I just got word that Aversio did just finish game 1 against Lutsu Legends. The first victory going to Aversio in this case. So let's wish Lutsu Legends some luck in their upcoming game here. In the meanwhile, getting back into this game, Zambiro now will have a bit of trouble to get ahead in this lane as he is down 2 kills. And he does need a lot to get his Warmogs. And Taune is so close to Iceborne. Oh, Miku Killer in trouble. The combination of Trundle Pillar gets a good position for Apocalypse to land his ult. Toyota Stylet was nowhere around to help his mid laner. Oh, look at the top lane here. Zambiro and Taune battling it out. Taune finding a really good exchange. The Mundo Cleavers are just so rough to deal with at range. The CS difference now growing upon us. We see an 8 CS lead for Mr. Small in the bot lane. And an 11 CS lead here for the mid lane as Apocalypse takes the lead. Although the second objective is currently being completed by SKT, as Void Grubs are almost complete. We see the first one taken, the second one just finished now. We can see Toyota Starlet and Zelian finishing the third one on the minimap. So second objective here going over to SKT. One more objective or tower and SKT secure defeats. Which is such a big deal in current League of Legends at the moment. Upgrading your boots turned out to be a key strength you can get early on to snowball into a lot more. This next dragon will be a big game definer. Especially if we get a bloody fight before it. But SKT currently leading the pack. Miku Killer getting a bad trade here as Apocalypse prepares him just in time for his ult to come. This could be a bit of trouble for Miku Killer. And meanwhile, Taune might have bitten off a bit more than he could chew as Zambiro pops the ult and is almost back to full HP. Oh, Miku uses his ult, but there's the ult from Apocalypse. Is it enough though? Toyota Stylet gets the help he needs for his mid laner. Miku Killer gets the kill. And Miku flashes away just in time for HFW to arrive. Brimba and Mr. Small are here, but Toyota Stylet queues away to safety. And Miku Killer gets the W off. A flash from Mr. Small could mean the end of Miku Killer. And it is going to be the case. Whimsy&Joy commit a lot to secure a 1-for-1 play there. Miku Killer is not too sad about it, but he did have to use flash in this exchange. HFW instantly popped with the help of Zelian. He's going the Trinity Force Trundle build, which I am avidly against. I really think this is just a way to play Trundle if your team is 15 kills ahead. But I digress. The strength of Trundle there, the ult not being available. Toyota started going for the Heartsteel build on the Sejuani. He will be a bit weaker than intended, unfortunately, until that stacks. Despite being a bit ahead, the gold value from this item just not that strong. Taune now with his Iceborne Gauntlet, he's gonna be a bit of a menace this top side. The chat has gone quiet. Seeing how SKT is playing here, most of our chat is a supporter to Whimsy&Joy. A lot of Brimba and Zambiru supporters. But SKT have shown up, not deterred by game 1. They are looking for blood here in game 2. Whimsy&Joy potentially caught in a bit of a shock here. Seeing how well SKT are doing. See, the dragon is started now, but Whimsy&Joy are looking to play for it. Meanwhile, in top side, Taone getting the advantage. IHFW gets aggressed on a massive ult from Apocalypse. Both junglers fall. Zelian gets taken low. Jabrizi finds a lot of damage onto Apocalypse. But Zambiru falls, and Mr. Small is here. Mikukil and Jabrizi still alive. And without junglers, I don't think either team is taking this dragon. So we might have a repeated fight here. It was just a 1-for-1, and this time Mr. Small does not have ult, Apocalypse doesn't have ult. We still have Talia ult, at the very least. We see Zambiru spamming his laugh in the top lane. This could be troubling for Taone here, as we see him take a lot of damage. But in exchange for a plate, he's really ahead in this lane, currently up 1.3k gold on his Cassante. Meanwhile, a big gold difference here, 400 gold in Apocalypse's pocket. And 700 gold for Mr. Small himself. Look at Taone finds the aggression onto Zambiru. The Q3 fails. Zambiru is trying to bait Taone into another tower shot, and we see Mikukiller here on the side. But this could mean that they forgo the dragon, and Mikukiller was not even needed in this fight. Oh no. Does this mean that Whimsy&Joy get the dragon? One more dragon is the feats secured here for SKT. And it seems like they're playing for the first tower. They're gonna give up the ocean dragon. I think it's a good call. This dragon does a lot more in the early laning phase than it does in the mid game that we're currently at. So that's feats completed here by SKT, and a lot of gold going into Cassante and Mikukiller here. Oh, but we see Zelian finding a lot of damage onto Brimba. Toyota Stylet is here as well. 1.4k health on this dragon. It gets smited away by Whimsy&Joy. Zelian teleports them out as Mr. Small pops the ult. SKT won none of it. A fair trade, I would say, top lane turret and feats for an ocean dragon, with the potential of getting 3 infernal drakes on top. So I think infernal drakes are excellent here, especially considering they have champions like the Lucian, who kind of needs that bit of help and does tend to go a bit more AD heavy. A lot of respect coming out from both sides here. 2k ahead for SKT. It's looking very good at the moment. We see the triple Giant's Belt tech coming out from Zambiru on his Dr. Mundo. Oh, Apocalypse gets the quick and easy kill. It's almost like it was nothing as Mikukiller falls. Mikukiller used to be quite the Orianna player himself. It's looking a bit rough. Meanwhile, Taone gets aggressed on here as IHFW finds the pick. Toyota Stylet is here, but maybe he's in a bit too late. Taone trying to find what he can onto IHFW. But this teleport from Apocalypse forces Toyota Stylet to back off. Taone is shut down, secured there, I believe, by HFW. Look at Stylet trying to find some damage onto Zambiru, but it's not gonna work out. And while Stylet is in the top lane, IHFW is busy clearing out the Rift Herald. Mikukiller is in a lot of trouble. He's falling very low. He flashes out with 10 HP as Jabrizi goes back in. The damage from Apocalypse is just disgusting, with Brimba finishing him off with a Q. Considering this Orianna just has Seraphs, the damage he's doing is absolutely insane. Oh no, Miku Killer gets dove here as IHFW is there, but the stun quickly takes him below half health. Jabrizi gets the kill onto IHFW. Mr. Small is on the side, he flashes in. Apocalypse follows in with the dive, taking down Jabrizi. But Turtle Stylet is on the side, he manages to get the flash from Apocalypse. Town is on Mr. Small. Mr. Small is very low, but uses an excellent condemn to back Town A off. The bar dart from Zillion zones Mr. Small. The flash coming out from Town A gets the shutdown onto Mr. Small. A massive exchange, definitely overzealous from Whimsy&Joy, pushing their luck, giving a lot of shutdowns to SKT, but not before taking some shutdowns in for themselves. So far the gold has neutralized here. It seems like the play overall was in favor of Whimsy&Joy. Let's see here, Zambiru has a completed Warmog, something we did not mention before. So he's gonna be pretty much full HP the entire time we see him on side lane. Just pushing ahead. Jabrizi is quite strong on his own there, but equally so is Mr. Small. They're pretty much neck and neck in terms of their golden items. Question is, can Lucian do a lot more of what Vayne cannot? I like the experimental hexblade here from the Vayne, from Mr. Small. Not something we see enough champions buying. I think this item is very strong in the right hands, Vayne being one of them. Miku Killer gets a massive engage here, potentially finding 3 members of Whimsy&Joy, but the follow-up is not there. Meanwhile, Starlet is in the bot side. He goes on to Apocalypse, trying to get the stun off. The ult drops. Apocalypse is at half health, barely. Toyota Starlet just simply does not have the damage to deal anything to him. He gets dropped very low. Zillion drops his ult. The Orianna ult comes out from Apocalypse, dealing almost no damage. Town A is here this time, and Jabrizi uses the ult to back off. As I mentioned here, Whimsy&Joy have a disengaged comp, so they're quite happy kiting back, and they can definitely deal out the damage. Since SKT aren't that far ahead, they can't really pop someone with their initial engage. So they're having a hard time committing and finding the picks here before Whimsy&Joy can poke them out the fights. For those that didn't notice, Zambiru just got top lane tier 2 turret. And this is looking like a massive macro swing here from Whimsy&Joy. The gold is just piling on. They're currently 3k gold ahead, thanks to Zambiru taking top lane turret and the Herald being dropped on the bot lane turret. Taune going in, but Mr. Small just dealing a lot of damage with the Vayne. He falls. Toyota Stylet now on the backline. Apocalypse falling to half health. Mr. Small finds the kill on Miku Killer. Mr. Small is on a double kill. Finds Zillion for the triple kill. Brimbo on the sideline here trying to take down Toyota Stylet, but Mr. Small finds the quadra kill onto Jabrizi. Toyota Stylet is the last one left alive. Will Whimsy&Joy feed their AD carry the pentakill? It seems like they're trying their best to do so. Apocalypse uses that ult to bring him closer to Mr. Small. In all this fight in action, Whimsy&Joy secured the dragon, and Zambiru takes the mid lane tier 2 turret. And Mr. Small finds the last kill. Sadly, it's not the pentakill, as members of SKT are already up in the exchange. But that will be 5 kills onto Mr. Small, who I'm sure will just continue to get stronger at this point. There's the recall for the Blade of the Ruined King. If you're an SKT supporter, guys, this is the time you start praying Whimsy&Joy swing a 6k gold lead into their favor after being 2k down. Not too sure what Apocalypse is doing here in the top lane all alone. He used teleport to get this far up. And there's 4 members of SKT around here. And surely he goes down. That's a shutdown onto Town A. First time we've seen Apocalypse do something like this today. Especially with the Atakan being up next. He's a big part of their damage. Not too sure with the thought process here. Big fight over this Atakan. SKT have started and looks like somehow they're winning the fight as Mr. Small is very low, but Jibrizi goes down, Zelian falls, and so does Miku Killer. Toyota Starlet gets flashed on from HFW and he surely will fall as well. This might mean that Atakan is going to be secured with Whimsy&Joy, but not before getting 4 kills. And in the bot side here, Town A being the only saving grace on SKT gets the solo play onto Zambiru. I don't know how Town A will do it. He somehow has to carry his team from the depths of this game. It's not looking too great as Atakan secured now by Whimsy&Joy. And Apocalypse pushing in the mid lane tier 3. This looks like a game that we might go to Baron just simply because Town A being so strong. But since Mr. Small has the damage, he's a Vayne, and Vaynes do really well into tanks. Apocalypse likes to get caught out. He gets caught out the second time. A great ult by Zelian that stops him in his tracks, and they pass on the kill to Miku Killer. A bit of back and forth here. It seems like SKT want to group up, they want to stay as a 5-man team. Town A is strong and he wants to share in his strength. Can we get the mid lane tier 1 turret? Oh, Mr. Small could be in a bit of danger here. Toyota Starlet fails the dash. He could fall just because of that. You should never use the Sejuani dash that preactively. Zambiru continues the chase. Town A is on the backline. The strongest unit of SKT is getting melted by Mr. Small. And top laners trade each other here. Zambiru falls and so does Town A. That's a bigger problem for SKT. Whimsy&Joy still have Apocalypse, still have Mr. Small. Still have IHFW on the Trundle after all. Baron will be spawning in a minute here. They will melt it with the Vayne and with the Liandry's damage from the Orianna. Well, that's a quick kill. I mean, it's a Trundle. The dash was used. Jibrizi is caught there, similar to how Apocalypse was getting caught, but Jibrizi kind of getting popped before this Baron is big trouble for SKT and any hope they might have had. That's Baron secured by Whimsy&Joy. Zambiru kind of chilling around there in the top side in the dragon pit. Infernal Dragon is secured by Whimsy&Joy. They should be looking to end this game. Question is, do they have the damage to go for a full-on dive? They're ahead, but they're not 10k gold ahead. Let's see, Jabrizi and Starlet here on the back line. A massive bar dart from Zelian. Mr. Small is the first to fall. Could SKT win this fight? Apocalypse falling low to half health, but IHFW is looking for blood onto Zelian. Apocalypse falls, Taune gets the kill. And IHFW gets kited by Mikko Killer, he falls as well. That's 3 kills for none, favoring SKT. And Zambiru's on the side, he gets the bot lane tier 3 in the meantime. A nice fight by SKT, they still have it within them. And plays like this continue the question. What if SKT played more? This could have been a completely different game. They got some good fighting spirit in them. And they had some great early games. They secured the mid lane tier 2 and now it's Brimba and Zambiru together. Zambiru dashes towards Jabrizi. Jabrizi gets the dash, but Zambiru is an unmovable object. He's Mundo, he goes where he pleases. The ult gets popped. Brimba falls low, but is Brimba gonna have enough? No, the shutdown is there. Taune gets another kill. Mikko Killer teleports in to continue the tempo play from SKT. Mr. Small is here, the ult gets popped. This could be another wipeout by Mr. Small. The flash is used. He falls low, the ignite is there. Mikko Killer falls. But so does Jabrizi, and so does Taune. Mr. Small is on a rampage with his Vayne. He's doing a lot of work for his team. SKT perhaps overextending their play for this mid lane turret. They're 2 behind to take the full brunt of Mr. Small. And Zelian, just trying to recoil, gets caught out by Apocalypse's ball of doom and destruction and dream ending glory. This might be the end of SKT as Whimsy&Joy are pushing in to their Nexus turret. It's game 2 of a best of 3. They already won the first one. SKT, it's now or never. They need to fight, they need to win it. In classic Whimsy&Joy fashion, they ignore everything and just push the turrets. 2 turrets down, the Nexus is bare. Apocalypse falls. Jabrizi gets targeted. Toyota Starlet drops him. Taune is in the middle there. He ults Mr. Small. Taune falls as Mr. Small is just too strong on the Vayne. The pillar comes out. Mikko Killer is in trouble. He falls low. The Bard ult comes out. Mikko is dropped. Mr. Small gets the damage. Whimsy&Joy just farming SKT at their base. Zelian almost drops as well. The Nexus is at half health. The Nexus is at 1/3 health. Apocalypse already left the game. He's telling his team, if you don't end the game now, you're gonna be playing this 4v5. But there it is. The game has ended, guys. Whimsy&Joy take the second victory.